How's everybody doing? Welcome to Solution Seekers. I'm Kelly. Um, I don't know where I'm at today. I meant to post this yesterday. Um, I guess it was with with the Trump rally in Washington D.C. and I guess there was a bunch of isolated events or occurrences that happened. But it's sickening as a black man in America. It's really getting sickening that we're coming to these same old points. Like when I was growing up, I'm 52 years old, right? Being called fucking nigger, get the fuck out of here, being called everything, been jumped on, everything, right? It's 2020, right? So it's like we've advanced so far, but yet we've backpedaled as well, and it's just sickening. I mean, what is this? Are we being attacked? I mean, how am I supposed to look at this? Now, granted, my experiences are a lot than most people. I grew up in the correctional facilities as a juvenile, and then as an adult, I spent 19 years and some change in the California prison system. So I'm used to being in a highly racialized environment where every day it's just like, man, is this the day somebody's going to take me out just because I look different than somebody else? Then coming out here, and I've almost been out 10 years, man. I made some big changes in my life, man. And I always knew that this stuff was deep seated and to live within the hearts of men and a lot of women. But when I watch that video, which if you make it this far, you'll see it. They're throwing up their little white supremacist gang signs, and the Trump banners, the Confederate flags come out, you know, and then they're burning the BLM banners off churches, and the church was vandalized. I mean, are these the same people who advocate what Dylan Roof did to those church people? I mean, let's go back historically, bombing the churches. I mean, this is a tool of the white supremacist. White supremacy at its core, and I mean, it's sad, man. It really is. I just don't even know what's the solution to it. I don't have nothing. All I know is this shit is really fucking with me, and I've been saying it on and on and on and on and on. They want America to love us. They want us to love America, but obviously a significant part of America does not love us. I don't know where to go from this because it's just welling of so much emotions constantly seeing, the people that look like me being brutalized and just tortured and executed in the streets. And there's case in point where other people who have weapons in their cars, and they're saying, well, you know what, officer, I'm not going to comply with you. I'm just going to drive off. And they still were able to take this person in custody. One that put a young black man holds up a submarine sandwich and gets gunned down. Or the two kids in Florida. It's just, it just gets overwhelming. But I have a responsibility to obviously talk about it. I know this is not one of the things that I talk about. I try to bring hope and hope to a person's situation, man. But this is just, I used to be really militant in my old ways. I was angry and I was hostile, and then my militancy came out as a result of that. But you know what? People change, man, and I'm a changed person, but you know, I can only focus on myself, but I have to see that, man. What more do we have to do? What do you want us to? Would you want us to go back to 1865 and just enact slavery again? Or would you want to put us on a boat and send us back to Africa? Because I'll probably go. You know, I'm just it's just really frustrating. And these poor kids have to grow up with this crap. I don't know. I hope you see the videos, and I think if you watch it, you'll pretty much see what I have to say. And if you made it this far, thank you.
They have just taken another Black Lives Matter banner from over at this church.
You guys can go home.
America first from our leaders, and it's okay.
Now, you are not led by a black robe preacher. You are led by a yellow robe preacher, and you coward Hold up. No, don't cut it. Save it.
Guy with a Confederate flag.
Who would you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militias.
Boys, stand back and stand by.
Overnight, tense clashes in Washington as thousands of Trump supporters rallied ahead of the Electoral College vote. Violence erupting between pro and anti-Trump demonstrators, leading to dozens of arrests. Here, a female officer being assisted as she limps away from the protest zone. 4 people reportedly stabbed. Earlier in the day, demonstrators marched from the White House to the Supreme Court, calling for the election results to be overturned. But the president's legal fight has failed. Just days ago, the Supreme Court rejecting a second lawsuit aimed at tossing out millions of votes. President Trump outraged.
No judge, including the Supreme Court of the United States, has had the courage to allow it to be heard.
In the 5 weeks since Election Day, the president and his allies have lost nearly 50 cases in court. A judge the president appointed himself in Wisconsin, adding one more defeat Saturday. In a decision writing, he has lost on the merits. And a justice on the state Supreme Court calling the president's efforts un-American.
What you want is you want us to overturn this election so that your king can stay in power.
The president left the White House to attend the Army-Navy football game, taking part in the opening coin toss, later spotted in a face mask. As Marine One departed Washington, supporters erupted in cheers. But as President Trump makes baseless claims about a rigged election, his party is also trying to drive voter turnout for 2 runoff elections in Georgia. Those races will determine control of the Senate. And with early voting starting tomorrow, the Republican Secretary of State with a message.
The senators have to get out there and energize their base. And the one that has the message that resonates the most, they're the people that are going to win.
President-elect Joe Biden will be campaigning in Georgia on Tuesday. Republicans are calling those races their last line of defense. Democrats say the course of Biden's presidency will depend on which party keeps control of the Senate.